White flag is raised. Coming in, they're off. 16 runners over 3 miles in the Ladbrokes Troytown Chase. They go down the back straight to the first of 17 fences, and the first to show was Farcla from Top Moon. Run Wild Fred jumping up in between horses and losing at the first smoking gun. Going towards the second, Run Wild Fred the leader from Davy on the inside as Kevin Sexton climbs to his feet. Going towards the third fence, and it's Run Wild Fred and Davy followed out over this one by Mr. Folk Patches and Farcla. And the 2018 winner 2A Permy, the top weight. On the inside is Lord Royal as they continue down the back straight to fence number 4, and the field very tightly grouped. It's Run Wild Fred in the blue cap. Just leading, Davy the yellow hat on the inside of Mr. Folk Patches, and then 2A Permy and Farcla discordantly, and Lord Royal Indefinite Plan. Heading out of the back straight, coming across to fence number 5, the first of 3 ditches, and little between Run Wild Fred and Davy. They're tracked to the first ditch by Mr. Folk Patches, then Lord Royal Definite Plan discordantly next with 2A Permy, and then Farcla shuffled back to mid-division, the white cap. Then Elise Ardenège and Soldier at War and Peaches and Cream. A mistake by Top Moon has been knocked right back to the rear of the field. As last but one at this stage as they turn into the straight. And Mr. Folk Patches draws alongside Run Wild Fred. A couple of lengths to Davy discordantly next with Lord Royal Definite Plan and 2A Permy. And then Farcla and Elise Ardenège and Soldier at War. On to fence number 6, the first of 3 in the straight. And it's Mr. Folk Patches and Run Wild Fred. Run Wild Fred back just over a length in front on the downhill run from Mr. Folk Patches, Davy discordantly, 2A Permy, Lord Royal Definite Plan. And then Farcla and Soldier at War and Elise Ardenège and Peaches and Cream. And then Mortal, Samurai Cracker, Top Moon has been pulled up. Top Moon has been taken out of the race before that one. The back marker is Ishkabah. Fence number 8 coming up in the last one next time. And it's Run Wild Fred going along in the lead from Mr. Folk Patches and Lord Royal. Many of the greys prominent in the race as they come up the hill to pass the stands. It's Run Wild Fred. Lord Royal has picked up ground in between horses. Then Mr. Folk Patches, 2A Permy. Ridden up to them on the inside. His Definite Plan, then discordantly, and Elise Ardenège. Farcla next with Soldier at War, and Davy has lost his pitch. And then Mortal, Samurai Cracker, Peaches and Cream, and Ishkabah. Heading to the second ditch, which is fence number 9, taking them past their point of departure in the Ladbrokes Troytown Chase. And it's Run Wild Fred and Davy Russell over this one from Mr. Folk Patches. And Richie Deegan disputing second place with Lord Royal and Danny Mullins, then Definite Plan. Dennis O'Regan on the inside of discordantly and Sean O'Keefe. They're followed by 2A Permy, Davy next with Elise Ardenège, and then Farcla and Soldier at War, Peaches and Cream, Samurai Cracker. Ishkabah relegates to the back of the field. Mortal. 8 fences left to jump as they approach the first of 4 down the back. Run Wild Fred over by less than a length to Mr. Folk Patches, then Lord Royal. In 4th place is Definite Plan, then Elise Ardenège, who's raced onto the heels of the leaders, then discordantly. And Davy on the inside of Farcla and Soldier at War. Entering their final mile, going to the second last fence in the back straight, and it's Run Wild Fred the leader from Mr. Folk Patches, then Lord Royal, Soldier at War down there. Badly hampered Ishkabah, about to sit up as Luke Dempsey has quickly got to his feet. As they head to the last on the far side, this will be 5 from the finish. And it's Run Wild Fred continuing up front From Mr. Folk Patches, Definite Plan, Elise Ardenège, then Lord Royal. Being followed by 2A Permian discordantly, heading out of the back straight 3/4 of a mile to go. And it's Run Wild Fred and Mr. Folk Patches. Little changes up front. They're followed by an improving Farclad, the white cap on the inside of Lord Royal. Then 2A Permian discordantly, driven along Definite Plan. Then Elise Ardenège, Peaches and Cream, and then Samurai Cracker. At the fence, bringing them for the home straight. And the last ditch where a mistake was made by Elise Ardenège. It's Run Wild Fred half a length in front of Mr. Folk Patches, Lord Royal in third. Farcla is pushed along in fourth. Then 2A Permy, Samurai Crackers improving on the outside of Peaches and Cream. And then discordantly and Elise Ardenège in line for the final 3 fences. And it's Run Wild Fred and Mr. Folk Patches, still 1 and 2 over 3 out. In the centre is Farcla, who's out after them, and then Elise Ardenège, Peaches and Cream. Lord Royal is dropped away, then 2A Permy discordantly. Right on the outside is Samurai Cracker, but it's Run Wild Fred opening up at the second last and over safely from Mr. Folk Patches. Then in third place, Farcla, Peaches and Cream. Run Wild Fred is stringing them out in the Ladbrokes Troytown. Run Wild Fred is a long way clear at the final fence into the corner of it. Run Wild Fred, not the best jump, but is clear from Mr. Folk Patches, then Farclan, Peaches and Cream. But it's Run Wild Fred making his big break over fences in the Ladbrokes Troytown Chase. Winning for Davy, Russell and Gordon Elliott. Farclas second, then Mr. Folk Patches. And in fourth place was Peaches and Cream. Best of results for Gordon Elliott and Jigginstown with the 1-2.
No, don't move. 3, 2, 1. Davy Russell joins us after winning the feature Ladbrokes Troytown Chase on board Run Wild Fred. Davy, congratulations, your 3rd win in the race, and I'm sure one you never get tired of winning as well.
No, it's a fantastic race, Gary, and there's a very enthusiastic crowd here, so it's fantastic, really. Yeah.
It's a real special occasion, isn't it? I mean, this day is always big, but 100th anniversary of racing here at Navan today just adds to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a great feat, for any sport to be, been consistently over the years producing some fantastic and real top of the range horses, and hopefully we've seen a couple more of them here today, but the horses that have passed us and the horses that are coming in the future, because it's such a fantastic track. It's a fair track, and you can do either, like I made a run in there, but you can also drop well in around here and still have your chance,
Davey, talk us through the race. I mean, you hit the nail on the head, you made the running. I mean, it looked like you got into beautiful rhythm. Was there ever a moment in your mind where you thought you might not win?
Yeah, he was running into the bit the whole way. He was very comfortable, and I winged the first 3, and then I got into a lovely rhythm of popping, and I had it in my head when I turned the bend that I would like to really wing down the back to hold on to that advantage that I had. I didn't want to give it away by getting in close, and to be fair, the horse was fantastic. He winged the whole way down the back, and I was able to fill him at the back of every fence, and I'd loads left. He enjoyed the ground, and he's got, to be fair, he's got some fantastic form in the book, and I was just lucky that I was the person that Gordon picked to ride him. He had quite a number of runners in the race, and we spoke about it the other day, and Gordon felt that he was the best horse to suit me,
I know you haven't ridden him, Davey, in a long time, but like you would have seen his form, those runs in the Theestes, the Irish Grand National. I'm sure you were thrilled thinking you were in with a real chance, were you?
Absolutely, and the conditions also, Gary, I felt that everything was ideal for him. Obviously you'd love to have a little bit lighter weight, but he had rock solid form to carry that weight,
To win this race is great. I mean, it's not a bad way to break your maiden tag over fences. He's only 7 though, and still a novice. Do you think he could have a really good season, this fella, now that he's won that?
Yeah, he's a very, very good horse, and I'm sure his experience now will be put to play over the next couple of months in novice company, so he can go down any route. There's a lot of options are open to him, so I'm sure Gordon will pick whatever route he decides to go, And
that brought up a double for you. Hollow Games preserved his unbeaten record earlier on. I know he's a horse you got an awful lot of time for. Messy race today, didn't probably show off the horse to best effect, but he just keeps winning, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's right. I think both of them came from Baltimore stables, if I'm not mistaken, so a good day for them also. But I love this horse. He's deceptively he's quicker than you may think. He's just very relaxed. He's a real relaxed horse. He jumps great, but he would have done with more company up over the first couple of hurdles. He was a little bit slow and careful, but what I really loved about him, when we turned on the taps down over the last 3, he was really professional and galloped out through the line really well. Look, he didn't beat what he's going to face in the future. Is going to be an awful lot more, but I just liked the way he went about his business today.
And Davy, on a personal level, just tell us how much you enjoy life at the moment. You came back after that bad injury. Days like today, I mean, they're always special, but do you appreciate it more now at the stage you're at?
I do. The kids are involved now, and they're very enthusiastic. And I suppose I said to Andrew McNamara earlier on when I was injured, and it looked like that it may be hard for me to come back. There was a hole there that I wasn't sure how it was going to fill, and I was always pushing to get back if my body was going to allow me. And to be honest, it wasn't until about 7 days before I renewed my license that I felt I was ready to come back, and that hole was going to be filled by being a jockey again, you know. So a lot of people didn't agree with my decision, but my family and Gordon agreed with it, and that's all that really mattered, you know.
And I tell you, the proof is in the pudding on the track. You've had a couple of falls as well, and I guess that was probably important to you to see how you bounce back from them too, was it?
That's right, and a couple of the falls I didn't ride my other runners on the day, but it's been very hard to not get a fall. When you're getting falls, you get used to it. You never get used to breaking bones, but when you get used to getting falls, and I wasn't used to getting falls. And it took me a couple of falls to get back into that, you know, just for my body to harden to them, you know. I'm probably fit now, but back then I just wasn't at full fitness. It's very hard to replicate the fitness without racing, you know.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, it's been great to see you come back here, as popular as ever with the crowd and the punches here. Well done, a great day today. Thanks, Davy.
Very much, Gary.
Good man.
Thank you.
Well done, Ken. Thanks a million.